hack a sixth man off the bench who just comes in to get those extra fouls. So what do you think about that?
I say just keep it at 6.
Yeah.
I don't want 7 fouls. That's to me. I don't really like. I think we just keep the game how it is.
Yeah, and that's my biggest thing is I don't want the game to be too gimmicky when it comes back. We're already dealing with this pandemic. If you come back and change all these rules, I think this season will definitely have a giant asterisk next to the name because then you're just going to this awkward territory of, oh, this year we're all playing in socks, and it's just like, what is going on right now? So
for the rules, is it just going to be for this season? They're going to carry it on to the next.
So that's been the big debate right now. I actually like the playoff format, how it's seeded. I like the fact that the top 22 teams in the NBA get the chance to go on because it brings that college basketball feel, which everybody loves, where it's like it will make the regular season matter for the NBA finally. Because what happens is all these players just kind of coast, and then they push the last 2 months of the season, and then they sweep the playoffs. So this would make the NBA playoffs a lot harder to get into, and it would make the regular season respected again. So I like that aspect of it. And they haven't decided if they are going to implement these changes for all future NBA or if it's just going to be for this NBA. I hope that they carry this on and they start a new trend because it's going to make basketball a little bit more exciting. And I like it. As far as I know, they've not come out with any details of keeping this format. I know that the season is going to start December 1st now, which it should start around Christmas time anyways. That's when, college football and NFL dominates till Christmas anyways.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to move the season on. It would give basketball to be in those spots where we'd be able to watch it more. And people are going to choose, NFL and college football over the NBA.
I like that being started later too. I think most schools, at least for me in high school, like basketball started like almost around Thanksgiving time.
Yeah, it started right around first week in November, second week in November. Yeah. Because I played basketball and football, so I went, I was able to have like a 3-week period in between football and basketball to then go into basketball. And that's what the NBA should do. Follow that format because it gives fans a break too. They're not constantly smothered with everything. So whatever they do this year, I feel it has to be the next upcoming format for the NBA in order for all this to make sense.
I think so too. I feel like it would be really weird just to implement these rules just for like a month and then go back to the original rules.
Absolutely.
You either make a change now or you just going to look just kind of stupid for the next season.
All right, so hot take, NBA playoffs this season, who do you have winning the championship and why?
Who was the first state that got out of quarantine first?
Florida's basically been open borders. They don't care this entire
Miami
time.
Heat. You heard it here.
There?
Okay. They gotta be the most athletic, right? LA, they're still on lockdown. They can't go out.
Yeah, everybody right now. I think 80% of all teams are able to go out there and practice a little bit, but it's still under quarantine. Florida, I don't even think. I'm pretty sure they just threw their dead bodies from the corona into the ocean and said, "Hey, we're still open," because Florida hasn't stopped. That's where all the UFC fights have been held. Florida said, "Hey, they've opened up for college football teams to come in." They're basically saying if your state won't let you, come on over to Florida. It doesn't matter here. So the Miami Heat's a very good pick.
I might be biased too. I am a Miami Heat fan. I'm surprised I haven't talked about that yet.
Are you?
I love Dwayne Wade growing up. I love LeBron and Dwayne Wade, but I like Dwayne Wade after Marquette joined Miami, and then, when LeBron came, I came, and then watching all of that was just fabulous.
You and my brother are the same person. He grew up a Wade fan. I was a LeBron fan, and for a few short years of our lives, we were joined together as budding sports fans of the same team. Other than that, we're always opposite everything else.
Dude, my God, that was the most incredible. When they were, was it 2012, 2013, 2014, when they were, the record was, I should know this. Well, they won 24 in a row?
They won 20, I think it was 24. Yes.
20, something like that. And then their record was 60-something. And maybe I'm tripping on that. But that was incredible to watch those 2 years of when they both won back-to-back.
Yeah, my brother and I were actually able to go see LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh play down in Orlando one time. And to this day, it's probably my favorite sporting event I've ever been to.
I remember I went to I think it was game 2 of the Pacers versus Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals. That had been my junior year of high school, so it's like 2013, 2014. But I was like all the way up top. It was still like miraculous seeing LeBron just during that prime on that team. It was so cool.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Heat are Austin's pick to go to the championship, to win it all, to bring it back to Miami, make them the city of champions once again. Austin, I want to thank you so much for the time that you've given me.
I even tell about my name, how I got the name Young Mantis.
Oh, yeah. Give me that story real quick.
So when I was a freshman at IUPUI, I was a rapper like everybody else. And I couldn't think of a name. So I was trying to be like Young something. Like Young Taylor's kind of doesn't really stick well. So I was like working out with my roommate at the time, and it's not B again. God damn it! I was hitting the street. You're not seeing this. Hold on.
You got a bee flying around you?
Be somewhere, but I'm trying to get like a visual example of the story. So I'm like hitting this speed bag, like so, like it's like. And my roommate's like, dude, like the way your body's so effed up, you're like a praying mantis. So I was like, Young Mantis, that's it.
Wow. That's how Young Mantis was born?
And then when Barstool came around, we all needed an alias and fake name to hide our identity. So I brought Young Mantis as a joke, and then I won it, and now I actually am Young Mantis.
That is, I was meant to ask you about that. That is an incredible way to find a nickname. I always put my name into the Wu-Tang Clan generator, and I try and come up with awesome names, and I always get like Prince Ambassador or something stupid like that. So, and you were able to find yours organically. Isn't it wonderful that we have friends?
I wish I had friends, but yeah, I'm sure it's pretty.
My friend
Josh can be able to do the same thing. He put his name in the Wu-Tang Clan generator. That's how it came.
That's what I heard. Hopefully one of these days when I put my name into the Wu-Tang Clan generator, hopefully I get an awesome nickname like Young Mantis. You can find him on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. He's on Barstool. All of that will be attached to the end of the podcast tomorrow.
Probably on Facebook. That's my mom and my dad.
Oh, yeah. So let's go. We'll get his Twitter, Instagram, and get his YouTube. Everything will be attached for all of you to like, follow, subscribe. Hit him up. Austin, you have been awesome. You are very kind for doing this for us. Ladies and gentlemen, only 7 episodes in, and we've already had Paul Westphal, NBA Hall of Famer, and now the Young Mantis. Austin Taylor, thank you so much for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next Tuesday on The Locker Room, Episode 8.
Thank you to Jacob, and thank you to The Locker Room for having me on. This is Young Mantis signing out.
But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, I do have some very big news that I'd like to share with you. First and foremost, I do want to say thank you to Austin for all the time that you gave us today. The Mantis is truly a legend, truly an OG in my eyes. I want to thank you so much for coming on. You were not only gracious of your time, but you were gracious on the podcast. You were gracious over the tweets and over the Instagram messages. So thank you so much for being not only a stand-up guy, but bringing a lot of people a lot of happiness. Stay doing what you're doing. We love you, Mantis, and thank you for coming on. Now, on to the big news. Today only. That is right, today only. $25 for an official Locker Room t-shirt. I take care of your shipping and handling. That is right. $25 for an official Locker Room t-shirt. I take care of your shipping and handling. You can hit me up on my DMs on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can email me at JRCKID, the number 4. That is JRCKID, the number 4, at gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me know your shirt size. I'll send you a picture of the t-shirt, and we will get that out to you today only. I take care of your shipping and handling. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I'm Jacob Courtwright, and this is The Locker Room.